Hello and welcome. My name is Christina from Empowered Creator. I am a mindset and conscious manifesting teacher and coach, and this is my YouTube channel. Here I talk about all things law of assumption, mindset, conscious manifesting, the quantum universe, and a lot more. And my goal is to simplify everything without the fluff. So if you guys like this content and you would like to see more of it, I would love it if you would subscribe to this channel, comment on this video, like it, share it, and stick around. Also, if you need help with your specific situation, I offer one-on-one coaching, email coaching, small group coaching, as well as custom subliminals for whatever needs you may have. Also, I've just recently launched a mini course, and you can find all the links down below in the description box if you're interested in any of these services. With all that being said, let's dive into today's video. In today's video, I want to remind you guys, especially those of you who might be struggling with your manifesting right now, that there is nothing you can do to ruin your manifestation. Your manifestation cannot be ruined. Your manifestation is yours. It belongs to you. It is always there for you. It is always available to you. So I'm going to clarify this for all of you who might be having doubts, for all of you who might be thinking that you have messed things up. There is no way you're going to mess things up, so don't worry about that. So this is what I'll be discussing in today's video. Stay tuned. So a lot of you guys are very worried that you might have done or said something to ruin your manifestation. Maybe you did something that in your eyes seemed foolish, or maybe you did or said something that you thought backfired. Maybe you got opposite results. Maybe something didn't work out the way you were hoping it was going to work out, or something you've seen in the 3D, it didn't exactly go the way you were hoping it would go. And now you're afraid that you've ruined your manifestation, that is not going to come, that you've destroyed everything, that you're starting again from scratch, etc. Well, I'm here to give you the good news that there is nothing you can do to mess up your manifestation. There is nothing you can do to actually ruin it. The reason I'm saying that, and I'm saying it with so much conviction, it lies in Neville Goddard's teachings. Neville taught infinite states. What a state is, in short, is your dominant energy, your dominant assumptions, your dominant feelings, and your dominant thoughts about whatever situation it might be, about whatever desire you might be manifesting. What is your dominant mindset about the situation? What's your dominant mental and emotional state? That is what a state is. It's what you believe to be true, is what you assume to be true, is what you think, what you feel, what you expect. Neville also taught, and many of us have confirmed that from our own experience in practicing the law, that we can choose our states. We can choose to shift our state from one state to another. If we become aware that we're in a state, a dominant state, where something isn't quite adding up, something isn't quite aligning with what we want, we have the choice in that very moment to shift to a different state. So what does this practically mean about your manifestation? That is actually the greatest news about your manifestation. It's the best news that you could hope for about your desire manifesting. It means that any action you might have taken that you feel might have affected your manifestation in a negative way, that you feel may have ruined it, that you feel may have destroyed it, that you feel may have erased your chances of getting it, whatever it might be, it was taken from a certain state in that moment in time. That state might have brought the result that it did. Maybe it backfired, maybe it gave you something that you didn't like, maybe it reflected something that was unpleasant or undesirable in the 3D, maybe it reflected something that made you doubt whether your manifestation can come to pass. However, it is only and just a state, nothing more than just a state. What that means is, once you shift your state to another one that is more aligned to what you're manifesting, to one where your actions perhaps are inspired actions and they're inspired by the naturalness that you're feeling towards that new state. Once you shift to a state where you're thinking, feeling, believing, assuming, expecting as the person who already has their desire, then the 3D reality is again going to rearrange itself to align with that new state of yours. In other words, let's say you did something foolish and you did it from a state where you were desperate, you were trying to force the 3D, you were trying to manipulate the 3D, maybe you were impatient to see movement and things didn't go quite as well as you were hoping. Well, don't fret, don't freak out, don't worry at the end of the day, because you can now shift, you can at any minute shift to this new state that is now much more aligned to the new story that you're creating and to the new story that you're manifesting. And once you do that, the reality that is going to be reflected back to you from that new state is going to be completely different. Remember that your desire, your manifestation is always there. It's not going anywhere. It's always there as a potential in the quantum field, in the 4D, and it's always up for grabs. It's always available, and it's waiting for you to align yourself and to align your state to what it is. So even if you did something that might have backfired from another state, maybe from a more desperate state, from a more lacking state, guess what? It doesn't matter. Because your desire is still available. Your desired reality, your desired story is still available. And once you align yourself, once you align your consciousness, your awareness, your dominant inner state to that reality, then the 3D reality is going to change to reflect that new reality. So you see from all this that there is nothing you can do, even if you tried. There is nothing you can do to ruin your manifestation. The only thing that can ruin it is if you keep stuck, if you keep yourself stuck in that old reality, that old story where you don't have your manifestation, you don't feel like you're going to have your manifestation, and then you just dwell in there forever. That's the only way to ruin it. And even then, you're not exactly ruining it. It's just that you're not actually moving towards it. You cannot ruin it because it's always there. You cannot start from scratch because your consciousness is ever expanding. Even if something happens that feels very final, guess what? Nothing is final. Nothing is final unless you assume so and you decide so. But if it's about a desire that matters to you, why would you ever want to decide that something is final? You want to be persisting in your state of the wish fulfilled so that your desire comes to you in the 3D. So nothing is ever final unless you say so. Your desire is always there, always available, always up for grabs. It's always literally one state away. And once you shift to that state, in consciousness, in awareness, in your dominant inner energy, it's going to come to you. You cannot ruin it, you cannot destroy it, you cannot mess it up, you cannot be starting from scratch. Your desire and your manifestation always exists as a prospect, as a possibility, and as potential. And you want to be moving your awareness and your dominant inner state towards that potential. You want to align with that, and you will see it reflected in the 3D. Even if something has happened in the past that seems very serious, very final, this is just an illusion. Your desire is always there. It's always there for you. It's yours. It is meant for you. So go get it. It doesn't matter what happened in the past. It doesn't matter what you might have done. It doesn't matter if you saw something or experienced something that you felt like things were backfiring. No, your desire, your manifestation is still there and it's still up for grabs. Even if you wanted to, you could not ruin it. With all that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I intend that this has helped. As always, I very much appreciate you guys being on this channel, watching this content. I love making this content for you. And as always, I look forward to seeing you all at the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.